Hey, what's going on, everyone? Here with another live stream. We are going to be looking at Aetherdrift, which just came out. So, I have yet to look at anything from this set. I barely looked at some of the cards. I was watching Nalthazar's live stream, and that gave me some idea of what to look for, but I'm just going in blind here. They gave me a collector's box as usual, so that's why I have so many packs here. But they also gave me exclusive cards that also come with their own packs. So let's first start with what I always do, which is look at the packs here. I already, let me see, is there anything I need to craft? I don't think there's anything left for me to craft in Foundations, yeah. So I have the entire Foundation set going in, so I don't need to do anything there. So let's just go ahead and jump in with one of these packs here. So what do we get? A black booster pack can get any of these black cards here. Mythics and below. I guess people were talking about how come they don't give you masterpieces in these packs. I don't know. So, anything in here? Ooh, the Speed Demon. We already got ourselves a Mythic. A Mythic on our first pack is pretty cool. The Speed Demon. 8/6 for 15 mana with Flying and Trample and Boost 1. That's not bad. When this creature attacks, draw a card. Okay. If you can't, this creature gets +3/+0. Not bad. Boost 1 at the end of your turn, gain X mana, then you lose X life. X is equal to your speed value. So I don't even know. When you cast cards with boost, your planeswalker gains a speed emblem. If you don't have it, when your creatures deal combat to the opposing creature, your speed value will increase. Cards with boost. Okay. So cool. So the more you attack, the more mana you gain at the end of your turn, but you also lose life. I think that's a fair enough trade. Okay, we're pretty happy with that. When this creature enters the battlefield, create a zombie token. Okay. When a non-token creature you control dies, your opponent loses 3 life, then gain eh. Boost 3 at the end of your turn, create a zombie token. Okay, so we're gonna be creating a lot of zombies in this set. Cycling 6. Your opponent discards a card. Um, for 6 mana for your opponent to discard one card. There are already so many other cards that do more than that. Although not for 6 mana. But still. Okay, so we're getting a lot of zombies and stuff in this new set. Kinda neat. Kinda whatever. But okay, so we get the blue pack here. Has a lot of cool stuff in it as well. Let's see what we get here. Trip Up. Destroy a random opposing creature. Oh, interesting. Blue doesn't usually get cards that just destroy creatures, so that's kind of interesting. Even Turn to Frog leaves your opponent with a frog creature on their side. But this one has Flash and it cycles, so pretty cool card actually. 12 mana though is kind of expensive, but a pretty good effect, and it's got Flash, which is the most important part. So probably a card I might use here and there. When an artifact card enters a player under your control, reduce this card. Exit. Well, it's not a great card to begin with, so I don't know. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Return target creature its owner's hand. 13 mana for a flash spell that, uh, yeah, it's like a worse version of the card we just looked at. So I don't know what was the point of creating this card and this card in the same set. One is clearly better than the other in every measurable way. Okay, no mythic there, but not even a rare. That's all right. Point the way. When a support is destroyed, convert three gems to green, but after you boost two. Um, that is a very weak effect. Ooh, Sab Sun and Luxa Embodied. Okay, this is the one that Nalthazar was talking about on stream. It is crazy. It is a 6/6 with reach and prevent damage. I mean, you're already there, but it only costs 11 mana. But also, if this creature would die, you may return this creature to your hand. If you do, this card gains 8 mana. So this thing just never will leave you alone unless you exile it. So amazing card. Um, I think it's gonna be one of the chase creatures from this set because of how annoying it's gonna be. Yeah, fantastic card. People are gonna hate that that card exists. Target creature gets. I mean, for 5 mana, it's all right. Um, okay, Saddle is coming back, huh? Um, when this support enters the board, first creature gains Vigilance. Okay, so it just permanently gains Vigilance. I don't hate that. When a card with Exhaust is cast, create two Thopter tokens. We could do something with that. This is one that I'll think about some more as we get more cards. But yeah, Sabsunin, very happy with that pull there. I'm going to go brag to Nalthazar about it. That he did not have to waste Elite Pack um, jewels on it. Another point away. Anything in here we'd like? This creature enters the battlefield, you gain 8 life. Um, it's a 6/6 with reach. This might be an alright Commoner Cup card. Um, that is something we got to think about. Commoner Cup, Colors of Magic, anything new in this set that we look at for those. Even Silver Duel, uncommons are suddenly more valuable because of that set. But yeah, definitely Commoner Cup is more fun to me. So I'm looking at the Commoner Cup cards, the commons a bit more. Well, okay, I got this one, but I spoiled it, so they already sent it to me. So, um, I mean, the rates of my pulls are not bad actually. So, Commoner Cup and Silver Doors made me appreciate the commons a bit more. Yeah, me too. Um, good to see you in here actually. Pride of the Road. Zombie Cat Warrior. At the beginning of combat, your turn, target creature gains double strike. Okay. Double strike until end of turn. I mean, that's not terrible. 2/5 for 7. Activate 2. Cycling 4. Okay. Just pick two of the first 4 cards from your. Pick one of the first 2 cards from your library. At the beginning of combat, your turn, first creature gets +1/+1. There is something about the artifact entering the board and getting to fetch a card there. So that actually is not bad. It is for a very specific deck, but you can do something with this card. Maybe I'll get around to playing with that on stream, but most likely not. Okay, we're getting some red packs now. See if we get anything good in it. Cycling 3. Deal 3 damage to each creature. Okay. Nothing too exciting. That's fine. Hey, what's up, Roy? Did you see I pulled the frog already? Another Field of Flames. Okay, we get a new card there. A couple new cards. Destroy an opposing artifact support. Um, well, that's gonna suck if you play against um a gold token deck. So I don't know. First card with exhaust gains 4 mana. Okay, that's not bad. Um, creature is saddled. Create a gold token. Um, could be an okay commoner cup card. Feel the flames again. Okay, we get ourselves a rare. Support card. Jesus, 30 mana. Count on luck, 2 shields. At the beginning of your turn, fetch the first card from your library. That card costs 0 to cast until end of turn. Then the support loses 1 shield. I like the effect. I don't like everything else about it. um, gosh, that's going to be one you're going to have to cheat out. I feel like it's a way worse connecting the dots. I don't know. Um, 30 mana to cast. You're gonna have to cheat it out in some way. That's kind of a crazy cost for the effect of something that we kind of already have a lot of in the game. Um, but yeah, I mean, I could figure out a way to cheat it out, but wouldn't I just rather play connecting the dots? I don't know. No way am I paying 30 mana for anything. Yeah, exactly. If you don't have a way to cheat it out, it's gonna just drain, or it's just gonna be a mana sink in your hand. Um, anything? No, nothing great. Okay, so we're at the super packs, and then we can get into uh the elite packs after that. Or actually, we will spend crystals to see what we get in our premium packs. Back on track, return the first creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you can't, return the first vehicle support from your graveyard to the board under your control and create a racer pilot token. That's pretty good. For an uncommon, it does a pretty decent amount of things for you. I like that. Could be useful for mana and could have a mana sink in that event. That's a good point. I like that idea. Okay, all commons and uncommons. But okay, I like back on track. The main return convert a gem to green. It's a land when the support is destroyed, create a right. Just one gem? Man, that's kind of weak. For 8 mana for a 2 shield uncommon. That ain't good. When a support is destroyed, create a race or pilot token. It's just one of these 1/1s. Um, yeah, I don't like it. Okay, that's just kind of these uncommon lands that they gave us for this cycle. Meh. Boost 5 at the end of your turn, gain X life. Then X is your speed value, then destroy support. Um, I guess we'll have to see how good speed is, but I don't imagine this to be a great card. Enters the battlefield, destroy the top 3 cards of your library, and then return a land from your graveyard to your hand. That could be an okay Nissa card. Nissa Shadow Bows. Don't love it. Beginning of your turn, convert 2 gems to red if you have boost 3. That's not bad. Definitely a good Commoner Cup card, or potentially good Commoner Cup card. I'm kind of looking at commons in that lens right now. First, permanent reach for 5 mana, and it's got flash on it. I like that. I like that design. Beginning of your turn, gain 2 mana, cycling 6. See, I like this land more than the other lands, and it's a common. Yeah, just straight up 2 mana every turn. I don't hate it. Korean Armory. New card. Okay, we're getting a lot of new commons and uncommons, which is good. Getting those out of the way. I don't think I've pulled a rare out of these super packs yet. Support enters the board. Your creatures get +1/+0 and gain vigilance. So is that a permanent effect, like a spell? That's pretty good. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, your first mount creature gets +1/+1. Um, it's only a 1 support artifact, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's basically a spell disguised as a support. I mean, I kind of like that one. Leaping Ambush is better. I don't remember what Leaping Ambush does. I mean, I barely ever use any of those types of cards anyway. Buffing spells, so my mind is a bit hazy on that. Destroy target opposing creature that costs 12 or less. Beginning of combat on your turn, your first creature gains Menace and Outcast. Interesting. Bringing Outcast back. Crew 2, cycling 4. I could see this card being used here and there. It is green too, so um, that makes it a little bit more useful. Activate 2, Surveil 2. Oh, that's kind of cool. Um, I like the art. Creature enters the battlefield, Surveil 2, then create a racer pilot token. That's alright. Your first creature gains lifelink unblockable to end the turn. Activate 4. I could see some people playing that. I don't hate it. Creature enters the battlefield. Fetch the first artifact card with the greatest mana cost from your library. 2 damage to any target. Is that all it does? That kind of sucks. When this creature enters the battlefield, destroy an opposing creature or artifact card at random. I mean, for 5 mana, that's not bad. I have to see how useful it is in practice, but I don't. Outcast, WTF, exactly. Perma Reach +1/+3 flash for 6. Plus, it enables if disabled. Oh, okay. So it's got that little extra enable it if it's disabled. Yeah. Well, since I don't use that card, then I'm probably not going to use this card either. Okay, finally a rare, but I think it was a dupe rare. Okay, new rare. What do we got? Okay, full throttle, 25 mana. Deal X damage to your opponent's planeswalker. X is the total power of creatures you control. Okay. Then creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. Wow. Okay. That is a solid effect. 25 mana, though, but it is a spell, so there are a lot of good ways to make it free. So we got Volt Strider, Mystical Teachings, obviously. Yeah, this card is going to be good. Yeah, I can't wait to play around with that. Beginning of your turn, Surveil 1. Support is destroyed. Return the first vehicle support from graveyard to the board under your control. Okay. Though, I don't know. Would you spend a slot in your deck for an effect like that? Probably not. Exhaust. Creature gets +1/+1 double strike. What is exhaust again? You may exile a card from your hand. If you do, all the other cards in your battlefield without the exhaust M will perform their. Wait. All your other cards in the battlefield without it will perform their exhaust effect. How do they have an exhaust effect if they don't have the exhausted emblem? Oh, after an exhaust effect. I probably should have read the rest of that card. Gains the exhausted emblem. Okay. Kind of get it. Create a zombie. It really wants to create zombies this set. Okay. I really got to play with boost and exhaust and all that to see exactly how these cards are going to work. But all these cards have like okay effects that are all conditional. It's like a thing they always do with Magic Like all these cards usually have effects that are just okay even without having a condition. Okay, new rare. Activate 2, destroy the first 3 cards of your opponent's library. Destroy the first 4 cards of your opponent's library and exile all cards from your opponent's graveyard. Okay. Then your opponent loses X life. X is the number of cards exiled this way. Ooh, okay. This is going in my Mind Skinner deck for sure. Glory Heath Links. It's got life link and its mount or saddle. Come your turn. If this creature's saddle, gain 3 mana. That's an alright card. I don't hate it. Um, Target creature gets -2/-2 in the beginning of next turn. That kind of sucks. When Sport leaves the board, Surveil 2. Not great. Um, Draw 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life. If it was 3, that would be a really good Omnix list card. But unfortunately, it is not. Creature dies, drain 7 mana from your opponent's hand. That's kind of a neat effect. Kind of punish your opponent for wasting a kill spell on it. Okay, there were my super packs, and let us open some premiums. Just tuning in. Got anything good yet? Yes, I pulled the frog from one of the from the green pack. That's been my best um, straight pull so far. I got some decent rares too, but that is um, for sure one of the chase cards that I wanted from the set so far. And I got it without having to spend elite pack points, so very happy about it. Yes, it is going to be a problem. Those prevent damage blockers are always a pain, no matter what kind of standard we're in. Zombie Cat Warrior. Okay, we got one rare here. When a non-token creature you control dies, Surveil 1. Boost 5. When a non-token creature dies, to create a zombie token. This effect can trigger 3 times per turn. So, okay, you can. This will trigger on your opponent's creatures dying too, right? So, it's okay. Very kind of low level rare. Don't like these. Let's see. I'm just going through these really quick to see if anything really stands out for me. As always, you never know how good these cards are going to be until you actually start to play with them. But nothing is jumping out at me with any of these commons and uncommons. So let's just move to the next one. Why don't we have a way to open all packs all at once? I hate the card by card animations. Killing it is going to be. Oh yeah, I wish. Why couldn't we had those instead of being able to buy packs we already have thing? Yeah, yeah. I mean that's a better quality of life improvement. I feel. Someone needs to suggest it, I guess. I would love to be able to quickly open the 1,000 plus packs. Yeah. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a Goblin token. Then your Goblin creatures gain haste until the end of turn. Boost 7. At the end of your turn, gains X mana. X is equal to the number of Goblin cards you control, including their reinforcements, up to 10. Gosh, for boost 7, I wish there wasn't a cap on the amount of mana. because boost 7 will take a bit of time to get there, right? Turn the first 2 cards from your graveyard to your hand. Meh. I usually, when I'm destroying creatures, I usually want to keep them in the graveyard until I can pull them out with, and put them into the battlefield instead of just my hand. Beyond that, I didn't see anything that stands out. I think the opening packs you already had was based on suggestion from someone. I mean, that's what they claim. Maybe the suggestion idea will work. Spearhead main loop, take us to the promised land. Uh, well, aren't we? We are waiting a lot on a lot of quality of life improvements in this game, so we could put that in the on the pile of already made suggestions. I mean, this is obviously not the first time anyone's ever suggested it, but um, why they're not doing it, I don't know. It baffles me as much as them putting the pack thing in the first place, where you can hoard and buy the same cards. I don't get that. Okay, okay. Here's a rare land. At the beginning of your turn, create 2 gems to black. Then, if you control a vehicle creature, convert 2 gems to white. Um, I mean, these are just like worse land. I mean, the the OTJ lands might be a little too good, but then that makes everything else seem bad in comparison. This card is just very kind of mid as far as lands go. Oh yeah, this was once the one from the thing, from the spoilers before. I do like the all creatures lose shield counter because this means I can get rid of loot pretty easily. Um, Getting rid of Myojin of Night's Reach wouldn't be as fun, but loot is way more prevalent right now, so I would like to be able to get him off the board quickly, and that is a good way of doing it. First creature gains Vigilance, then pick one of the first 4 artifacts from your library, fetch that card. I don't hate that. This one is a playable. You may destroy an artifact you control at random. If you do draw a card, then destroy target opposing creature. If you can't, destroy an opposing vehicle support. I think you can build around this card. Like, not as like a combo, but I think that you can maximize this card to do fun things for you. I can only see the buy packs for stuff we already have be useful only if you could buy the packs that aren't in the shop. Say you have a Dax of Climate pack, just let me buy more of that, please. Yeah, for sure. Zivir and I were just talking about how difficult it is to contain cards from some sets like the dual decks. And by difficult, I mean impossible. Yeah, that would be nice to be able to. If they're not going to um, run that event very often, they might as well put those um, in the vault more often. Have to bounce. My stream went longer than I intended. I need to run more. Well, thanks for hopping in. Always good to see you in here. I don't love anything I got there. Another rare. I have not been pulling very many mythics from just packs here, so I did better with foundations in that regard. Spire what? Met cycle? Mech cycle. Okay. Horse mount, saddle 5, drain 6 mana from your hand. At the beginning of your combat your turn, if this creature's saddled, pick one of the first 2 non-spell cards with cost 7 from your library, and then put that card into play under your control. Okay, we could do something with that. You have to build a deck around it to get a lot out of it, but we can do something with that. I don't know yet what, but could have fun. Crew 1, at the beginning of your turn, the first creature is +3/+2 at the beginning of your turn. Create a rice or pilot token, then all your creatures get +1/+1. Um, that's just kind of a buffing thing, right? No, never gonna play that. When the support enters the board, discard a card and draw 2 cards. Boost 3 at the beginning of your turn. Your first spell card in your hand gains 2 mana. It's okay. Turn. Nope. Nope. Target creature. Okay, one of these. For 5 mana, though, that's not bad. Because it's not fight, so you don't have to take damage on your creature. To the first opposing creature, so it's not targeted. Yeah, that's an okay creature removal. I could see that being played, especially in Commoner Cup. Once support enters the board, create a Thopter. Kind of weak. Just one. Oops. We'll get back to that later. Okay, last premium pack. I think it's been over a year since we've seen a dual deck event. Has it been that long? I feel like they need nudging all the time to be like, hey, run this event again. I feel like we have to do that a lot with Webcore. So we got a mythic. We'll look at it. Oh, 2 mythics? All right. Pretty good premium pack. Still getting a decent amount of new cards, so this must be a pretty big set. We're not usually still getting a lot of commons and uncommons at this point in pack opening. Okay, let's see what we got here. Crew 3, 13 mana, 3 shields. When a creature enters the board under your control battlefield, that base cost is 15 or less. That creature gets +2/+2. Otherwise, that creature gets +5/+5 and gains trample. Wow, okay. When a vehicle support enters the board under control, that support gains 1 shield. It's all right. It's definitely has a decent effect there. But, you know, in a game where you only get 10 cards per deck, 10 different cards, I should say, there's not going to be a lot of room for a card like that, even though it is kind of good. Pyrewood Gearhulk, unblockable, but it also has vigilance. 7/7 for 13, which is a pretty good ratio. When a creature enters the battlefield, when this creature enters the battlefield, your creatures get +2/+2 and gain unblockable until end of turn. So it comes in as a 9/9. Then those creatures gain vigilance until beginning of your next turn. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I kind of like this card. 5/4/14. At the beginning of your turn, your dinosaur creature gets +5/+4 until the beginning of your next turn. Not a lot of people playing. I mean, well, there's Galta, obviously, but Galta's Galta, so I don't think Galta needs help. But I don't know. Maybe people really still like the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Dinos Beyond Galta, so that one might be okay to pair with that. Destroy opposing vehicle support if you can't destroy target creature. How do we feel about that? Are we usually wanting to destroy the creature or the vehicle? I would think the creature first, but it is good to have some sort of support removal in black, so I don't hate it. Target creature +1/+1, then that creature gets death touch and prevent damage till the beginning of next turn. So that would be something you want to throw on a blocker, right? It's okay. I like the white black Gear Hulk. I don't even know what card that is yet. I have not looked at any of the real spoilers yet, so I'm just going through. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize we still have these to open. Are these just normal booster packs? I think they are. Try to be patient the first year while they get settled, but some WC's decisions have been baffling. I completely agree, and yeah, they're out of the grace period for sure. They really got to start rolling out these. Ooh, okay. They really got to start rolling out some of these big changes that they keep promising us very soon, because this has been one of the most like lackluster set releases I've seen in a while. I don't mean the cards necessarily, but just like the community feedback. It's like um, the discords overall have been not that um, buzzing like they usually are during a set release. Okay, when the support enters the board, your creatures gain 6/6 and gain the ooze subtype. Okay, when your opponent casts a spell or a support card, create an elephant token. An elephant token? That's weird. Um, there's probably something I could do with this. I, I wish we had a leader ooze, so this might be a better legacy card, but giving all of your creatures the ooze subtype and you have like tokens and you're playing that ooze leader, this would be fun. Still getting new comments. Okay. A new rare. Destroy target opposing creature with power 8 or less. Boo. Then destroy an opposing non-land, non-vanguard artifacts or non-vanguard support at random. Okay. Then destroy the top 4 cards of your library. I mean, it does a lot. I just wish it was like if none of this other stuff triggers without there being an opposing creature with power 8 or less, then this card really sucks. But if it still at least destroys the top 4 cards of your library, it might still be playable. But I don't know, maybe not. I think that the well of enthusiasm goodwill has run dry since they decided to ignore the forums for so long. Um, I mean, I never go to the forums anymore, so. But then again, I'm not in charge of it, so there's no excuse for them not to go to the forums. Pay 6 life. When you discard a card from your hand, your first creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. When a creature you control attacks, draw a card. That last part is good. Um, I actually been playing more cards that give you that effect lately because of Aminatu. Just exiling extra cards from your hand with the possibility of bringing them back for free later is awesome. So excuse me, a card that lets you draw more cards as you go, um, especially after you've dumped your hand out that turn, is pretty valuable. As more people get Aminatu, I think the more that they will understand the utility of that. Another ooze? Wow. Another frog. Oh my god. Dupe frog and dupe ooze. When support enters the board, gain control target opposing creature. Alright. Then disable that card until the beginning of next turn. Okay. At the beginning of your turn, disable that card until the beginning of your next turn, then gain X mana. X is the power of your first disabled creature. Interesting. So even if they don't have a creature to steal, if they play Aegis on you, you could get um well, actually maybe not, because it then gain X mana. X is a power because there has to be a disabled card on their side. I don't know. Can someone test this? I guess I could later, but I am curious to know if this will work with assimilation ages to get you mana when they play on you. Okay, and this will be our final normal pack to open. Or no, one more. And then we got other stuff to open here as well. We still got to go through elite packs. And that'll be fun. Cards with den claws are subjective. It sure feels that way. You never know how they're going to actually work in reality. Gosh, how many of those river churn monuments have I gotten now? Is that the third one? Okay. Are these different in any way? Okay, these are Cloud Spire. Okay, so these are themed packs. That's why I got so many of them. I believe these come with the collector box. And they have better odds than your standard boosters. So that's why I was pulling so many cards around. Okay, Colstoke Gearhulk. I think this one was cool. 5/4 for 12 mana. Menace and Death Touch. It's an artifact construct. When this creature enters the battlefield, return the first creature from target graveyard to the battlefield under your control. Then that creature gains finality. Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. There's a lot of fun things we can do with this. This is, I think, if we pair this with Gitrog, that could be very fun. Duretti? Okay. That's the one that Nalthazar spoiled, right? Another rare. That's good. When this creature enters, the part that obviously stands out is when this creature enters the battlefield or attacks, return a random artifact card from your graveyard to play under your control. So there are going to be a decent amount of good artifacts. So this card definitely pairs well with Duretti, the Planeswalker, and so we will have fun with that. When this card enters the battlefield, this creature gets X is 0. X is a number of artifact cards you control. Okay, so pair that with Guillaume or something like that, and we get a decent amount of power out of it. Maybe. Too bad it's not plus reinforcements. That would be nutty. Another Gearhulk. Okay. We're more likely to get mythics and rares out of these packs. So destroy target creature toughness 4 or greater for 6 mana. That's pretty relevant. You're not gonna be able to take out like a Healer of the Pride or something like that with it, but it's still an okay card. Turn the first artifact from graveyard to your hand. That card gains 13 mana. That's okay. It's a little expensive for that effect. Another one of those full throttles. Is that the third one of those too? A third. Jesus Christ. The third one of those. When an artifact card enters into play under your control, if this card is in your hand, reduce this card's cost by 2 until end of turn. Discard 2 cards and draw 3 cards. Gain 3 life. Don't like it. Too expensive, even with that reduction cost. Fourth full throttle. Shaking my head over here. Spike Shell Harrier. Artifact Robot Turtle. Um, Reminds me of a blue shell from Mario Kart. When this creature enters the battlefield, return target creature owner's hand and disable that creature until beginning of next turn. Oh, interesting. That's a cool effect. I don't think I've seen that. Where um the bounce card gets disabled for another turn. That's a neat effect. I wish it wasn't tied to a creature, but um that's unique. I'd be upset if I paid for a collector's box and got four dupe mythics. Yeah. This seems to happen to me every time though. I got like four Hellkite uh no, what is the Twin Flame Tyrants. I got like 3 or 4 of those last time. When this creature attacks, deal 1 damage to each opposing creature. Okay. When you deal damage to your opponent's planeswalker for the first time, deal damage to your opponent's planeswalkers. X is 2 plus the damage you dealt this way. Interesting. That could be fun. Not sure yet. The dealing 1 damage to each opposing creature is going to be annoying for sure. When this creature enters the battlefield, create X Golgari insect tokens. Cool. X is 2 plus the number of artifact and creature cards in your graveyard. All right. When another insect creature control dies, this creature gets +3/+3. Then your opponent loses 6 life. This effect can trigger up to 2 times per turn. This could be fun. Obviously, a good grist pairing, but trying to think of other things. With the Duretti, you're going to probably be playing a lot of artifacts with it, so that's another good one to pair with them. Yeah, I could have fun with this one. Okay, are we finally at the Elite Pack opening time? I think we are. Okay, so we'll start first with the Rare Plus packs. So far, I love Possession Engine. Did I get that? I don't even know. Redshift Rocketeer Chief. At least it's a new rare. At least we didn't get a stupid that red spell again. Gain X mana. X is creature's power. Okay. This creature has 3 or more enforcements. Random card in your hand gains full mana. Okay. This is playable for sure. Yeah, that's a fun one. Okay, that's a dupe rare. Fine. We will open the next of the rare elite packs. Repurposing Bay. Okay. When you discard a card, draw a card. When a support is destroyed, fetch the first artifact card with the great mana cost from your library. Then this card gains full mana. Cool. Okay. I might have ideas for this. That's an interesting card. When you discard a card, draw a card. That's also really good. I played the heck out of Containment Construct because of that. Yeah, this will be awesome with time reversal. Um, yeah, cool. That's a good card. Does that mean exiling cards from your hand, or what the discard? No, it would be like discard, like you destroy them from your hand. Crew 2, when you draw a card, create a Thopter token. Oh, that's cool. Um, Easy Satoru pairing. Um, when you draw a card, create a. Yeah, I can do some fun stuff with this. Okay, fun. Ooh, um, a masterpiece from a rare plus pack. That's good. When this creature deals combat damage. Oh yeah, this is the one that Gauze spoiled, right? Increases card's level by X. Yeah, just kind of a big Timmy boy. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may have this creature plus Y plus fly. If you do, this card's level becomes 1. Your creature's exhaust, your creature get plus Y at Y is equal to this card's level. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty decent card, but I think there are better cards that have a similar effect. But I still think it'll be decent to play with. Only one shield. Well, you kind of want to be destroyed in a way. Pyrowood Gear Hulk. Oh yeah, we already pulled this. It does look like a cool card, but I wish it wasn't a dupe that I just pulled there. Okay, we are at the elite packs, the 400 jewel packs. So we are going to get. What do we want out of here? There's some cool looking cards there. I would like the Ether Kite, but I don't know if I'm like super chasing anything yet. I have to look at what I want there. Aetherflux Conduit. Support card artifact. When you cast a spell card, increase this card's level by X. X is equal to that card's cost. At the beginning of your turn, if this card's level is 100 or more, you may discard your hand and draw 6 cards. If you do, cards in your hand cost 0 to cast until end of turn. Then this card's level becomes 1. What if you draw a card? Does that become 0 too? Or just the ones in your hand? If this card, if cards you draw that this turn become 0 too, then that is like omniscience level of good. But I'm gonna doubt that it's not that good. Or I'm gonna doubt that it's that good. Um, it's a weird kind of deck. I mean, it might be cool. I'll have to really see just how easy it is to get to level 100. You're gonna have to play a lot of high cost cards in a turn, or just like an absurd amount of low cost spells in a turn. And like if you're casting that many spells though, is this card really adding a lot to it? I don't know. It could be a really good card. It is a masterpiece, so I'm taking that into consideration. I've gotten a lot of masterpieces I thought, meh, they're not, they don't seem like they're masterpieces, but then you play them and like, oh, okay, I get it now. Like They Came from the Pipes is a good example of that. Borosilicate Charm looks good too. Oh, Boros Charm. Gods will use that in his Tamiya Saga loop deck. Oh, I can't wait to have that card. Monument to Endurance. When you discard a card, create a gold token. Then you draw a card and your opponent loses 3 life. Okay. When you draw a card, the support loses 1 shield. Oh. That is a pretty good effect. Discarding card, create a gold token. When you draw a card, the support. If there's a way to kind of loop this to get this to keep this artifact support keep coming into play somehow, then this could be a really neat card. I have to play around with it. I think It's definitely more of a Johnny combo card for sure. So I'm definitely it piques my interest for sure. But we'll just have to see what we can do with it. Okay, and then the last one of the packs they gave me here. And then we can go see if we can just um, spend a bunch of elite pack um, jewels on here. Oil Deep Gearhulk, Ward, drains 10 mana from hand. When this creature enters the battlefield, your opponent discards their first and last card. Okay, that's annoying. Um, so it's a lifelink creature with infinite obliteration attached to it. Pretty good. Yeah. Artifact construct. Yeah, I like that. Fairly straightforward. Um, just a solid, annoying creature. Have fun opening packs. Hope you get something awesome. Thank you. I have gotten a lot of awesome stuff already, but thanks for hanging out. And yeah, see ya around. Etheric Amplifier. 7 mana, 4 shields, boost 3. At the beginning of your turn, convert 3 gems to the colors of your greatest mana bonuses. Okay, I'm already in. Doesn't need anything else in the text for me to be into it. Boost 3 at the beginning of combat of your turn. Your first creature gets +3/+3, or +X/+X. X is the number of creatures and creature reinforcements you control up to 15. That's pretty good. Wow. So we get kind of a baby Cryptix with a buff attached to it. Good card. Solid. I'm definitely going to be using this card a lot because it is colorless too. All right. Let's keep going here. Okay, that's the one. It's blue, black, not white, black. Oh, all right. Bloodghast. All right, sweet. I saw Nalthazar playing this card in his live stream. Vampire Spirit. It's a 10-2 with haste, so that's rad already. It's a vampire, so that's relevant in things. It's a spirit, which is a little less relevant, but there are things that that interact with that. Creature can't block. That's fine. It's a 2, so it's not going to block much anyway. At the beginning of combat, your turn, if this opponent has 50 life or less, this creature gains death touch until end of turn. Don't really care. When you cast a land card, if this card is in your graveyard, return this card from your graveyard into play under your control. Yeah, that's not going to be hard to do. But yeah, Nalthazar was playing it with Gather the Pack, and I think it was the only creature. And I think that works just because this creature has haste. So it's a really cool card. I think it is one of the better creatures I've seen so far. Just looks very fun. Like, black doesn't usually get a lot of cards like that. How do you say this? Vinwixt? I'll go with Vinwixt. Just like Fibblethip, Vinwixt. Verbose Host is a homunculus. When you draw a card during your turn, create a racer pilot token. Is that just no cap on that? At the beginning of your turn, draw a card, then your creature cards gain 5 mana. That's cool. I definitely want to play with that, because I think if you're just drawing a card and creating tokens out of that, that is a great Satoru a great Satoru pairing as well. So nice. Okay, is that everything? That is everything for my collector boxes. So let's see, what do we need to get from this set, or from here? How many do I actually want here? Boros Charm looks cool. Deal 8 damage to each opposing creature in your opponent's planeswalker. Creature you control gain double strike until end of turn. Your creature gains shield counter 2. So that's definitely what I'm chasing. Drog Skull Reaver. When you gain life for the first time, draw a card. If you can't convert 4 gems to blue gems. Interesting. So if your hand is full and you gain life, then you convert 4 gems to blue. That's cool. Pianalar was the one that I think Paladin Robin spoiled, and then this is the one Malthazar spoiled. I already got this card. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, duh. It's saying I do. And then Ketramos was the Gauze one. Ovia, Automatic Artisan. And then Salvation Engine. This looks pretty good. Okay. I'll. Um, I got 9 packs worth of Elite Pack pools, but I don't want to spend them all here. So I'm going to divide them up and do 3 pulls here. Next week, I'll do another 3. And then week 3, I'll do the final 3. So I think that will work out all right. Boros Charm, sweet, right away. Nice. I think that was my number 1 chase from this pack. So we are happy. I wouldn't mind the Drog Skull Reaver too. Ketramos, just kind of an alright card. I like that it has prevent damage. But then we already got the frog that has prevent damage too, and that's already a way better card. So one more pull here. Hoping for either Drog Skull, Salvation Engine, or Ether Kite. Salvation Engine, sweet. It is 25 mana, but it is 6. It does have crew 5, so that'll help get it out. At the beginning of your turn, if you control another artifact, your creatures get +2/+2, so that's a permanent buff. Then return the first artifact card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. At the beginning of combat on your turn, your first creature gets +6/+10 and gains unblockable and vigilance until the beginning of next turn. Okay, that is going to be very useful, especially when getting around a card like that stupid frog, because you're going to want unblockable when that card is on the battlefield. Okay, so there we go. Those are my pulls. Um, I'm gonna end this part of the stream right now. I will be back with some actual gameplay. Maybe I'll test out Chandra and do some deck brewing here. So I don't know, maybe about a half hour or so. Have a couple other things I want to do here before I start streaming again. But I will be back soon. So glad you guys hung out here and watched that. Hope you guys are excited for the set, regardless of how we feel about Webcore in the moment. At least they gave us some new content here. So, can I just stun counter the frog? Can just stun counter the frog as well. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, that'll probably be a very good strategy to run against these wicked new creatures. Um, yeah, you're welcome, Roy. Thanks for hanging out. I will be back soon.